Growing up in Montana, I thought I knew mountain lions. I've tracked these cats in my backyard and filmed them on their kills. I know these cats. I've studied them my entire life. These tracks are less than 24 hours. She's definitely hunting. They're solitary, elusive. But everything I thought I knew, I was wrong. On the other side of the world, these cats are rewriting the textbook. Their social dynamics are evolving, and they're teaming up.
This is when you need to stand your ground.
In the mountains of Patagonia, nature's creating,
Look at that.
a pride of pumas.
If someone told me this was happening, I would never believe them.
If this is not a pride of Pumas, tell me what this is. We're just trying to understand what's going on here.
Like, mind-blowing visual that I can't even comprehend.
This is the mountain lion like never seen before. My name's Casey Anderson. I'm headed to Torres del Paine National Park in Chile, one of the last truly wild places on the planet. An area that may hold the densest population of pumas on Earth. I've been invited by Rene Araneda, a Chilean filmmaker, to come down here and witness their pumas. It's basically the same species that lives in Montana. But for all my years of tracking it, I've rarely ever seen one close up. Here, things are different. The pumas prowl out in the open and hunt by the light of day. It defies everything I know about mountain lions.
What do you think about this? It's like a postcard.
No, that's the thing about this place, the highest concentration of pumas in the most beautiful place on the planet.
A safe paradise for them. They don't have to struggle against a bear, struggle against a wolf. That changes the picture completely for them, isn't it?
It's got to.
Well, it's things we've been watching for the last couple of years. We're trying to learn more about this also, because there's a lot of things that, you know, they're not on the books.
And all of my life, until I was 30 years old, right around there, I'd only seen 6 mountain lions, like just short glimpses, in all of my entire life.
You need to turn the radar on.
Turning it on now. So what's the next move?
Prepare ourselves and go for a walk.
We should go out there. We've got a special permit for just 5 days to explore what's known as the Puma Triangle. 2 sides of the triangle are fortified by natural barriers within the park. The 3rd side is bordered by private farmland, where pumas are protected from hunting. This island of safety creates a puma paradise at the southern tip of the world.
So this is a Puma Triangle, one of the best places in the world to see these animals up close and witness their social dynamics. The park is very well protected by the mountain and the ice field.
It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
And now having that farmland that is not hunting pumas is actually opening a corridor for them to go out if necessary. So that's really good for the species. So it's the perfect storm. There's many pumas, but they're hiding, and we need to find them.
Rene spent years following the pumas here. He knows the individual cats by name, can recognize them, knows their family lineages. He's watched mothers raise several generations of cubs and knows which males are dominant in the area. If anyone can show me the secret lives of pumas, it's Rene. but so far, I'm not seeing any signs. This is an area that Rene often sees pumas on the move.
It is a trail that is open for tourism, and it's one of our favorite spots. Inside the national park, outside the national park. These patches of forest is full of puma trails here inside. Actually here, this is a puma bed, and it's very recently used. And they use these forests to sleep and to raise their cubs. Isn't it amazing and scary that I'm pretty sure there's a puma around us right now watching. They're always around us. And you're only gonna see them if they want you to.
They always used to say, keep your head on a swivel. You know, I just always do this, you know? It's not a paranoid thing. It's literally, you're walking by something almost guaranteed every time.
Yeah.
At home in Montana, the magpies will always tell me when there's a predator around. Here, apparently, it's the Wanakos.
I see it. Casey.
Oh, yeah, I see it too.
Can you see it?
Definitely. Sitting on the hill, about 200 yards from us, is my first Chilean puma. I can't believe he's just out there in the open, watching us like that. That's the male. Yeah, the head looks big.
We should try to approach that animal. There's enough distance, and we have enough space to approach a little bit more, to have a closer look.
I forgot something at the truck. Let me just put this in perspective. I've lived my entire life in Montana trying to peer into the lives of these animals, but they are ghosts. I literally had a puma living in my backyard that I named Mama Mo. For a year, I tracked her every day with the best technology. And even then, I was lucky just to catch an occasional glimpse of her and her cubs. Now, on my first day in Chile, I'm face to face with one. And he doesn't seem to care about me at all. So, looking at this cat, we're trying to figure out who it is. These guys know these cats like their family. But this cat is a little unknown. Do you know why he has no scars?
Why?
And he's beautiful, because he never loses a fight. So I think we name him Casey.
He's too handsome for that. He's too handsome to be called Casey. Okay, Casey, let's see how close you can get to this puma.
So the guys have come up with this great idea. Tap into all your puma experience over the lifetime and see how close you can get to this cat.
You'll go first. You're gonna try to see, test the tolerance level. And once you find a spot, you sit down, very relaxed. You sit down and I'll join you.
And I'm thinking to myself, sounds cool, maybe. All right.
Good luck, son.
I'm on my own. I'm really out of my comfort zone. There's no way a mountain lion would let me approach in Montana, but this cat doesn't seem to have any fear of humans.
He's doing something that he never thought was possible to do. If you've tried to see pumas anywhere else in the world, you realize how impossible this is. This is not the elusive ghost that you see in the rest of the American continent. This is an animal that is safe, that is very confident in his surrounding, and he's not feeling threatened by us, by humans. That's why you get these interactions right now. Someone that can approach the animal, observe him, and follow if necessary, without disturbing their natural behavior.
I've never been in a place where animals are looking at me like this cat's looking at me. Just no fear. And this is as close as I've been to a wild puma, and the cat just doesn't care. And it just like made me like a little kid again. I couldn't contain my excitement in this moment. It was just, this is exactly what I came here for, and here it is right in front of me.
He has a massive smile on his face. This is amazing, isn't it? Having the chance of spending time with an animal like this, as elusive as these pumas are.
It doesn't make any sense to me. This is more true to itself in many ways. The way this confidence in this relationship is the way it should be. This is a cat that has not been ruined at some level.
By anyone.
Right.
Humans.
This is pure.
Yeah.
Pure Puma.
As we watch Casey the mystery male walk away, he's moving with purpose. He knows where he's going. And then a second puma appears out of nowhere. And this cat, Rene knows very well.
Oh, this is amazing. This is sister. So we know this cat for years, since she was a cub. About 6-7 years ago. She's unmistakable.
Are they flirting? Or are they playing?
Definitely flirting.
Just coming over the top of that little ridge right there and looking up and seeing two pumas on the ridge with that in the background. It's like all my dreams come true. Back home, this would be the greatest shot I ever shot in my life. That is ridiculous.
She's cool. She's a cool cat. She's like the aunt of this neighborhood because she's never had cubs before. It's really cool that she's hanging out with this new male.
They just don't. They're doing their thing. As soon as you put the female aspect into the equation,
Things can become a little bit unpredictable.
and he just got this look on his face. This cat has no fear. And all of a sudden, he starts walking over to us. And they're getting closer and closer and closer.
As Rene and I watch, the mystery male keeps coming straight at us, guarding his potential mate.
This is when you need to stand your ground.
We group together, essentially forming a pack of our own. I never expected to get this close to a wild puma. And in that moment, Rene and I have the exact same reaction.
I felt like you shouldn't be looking to the eyes.
I agree.
And you felt the same.
Yeah, I totally did. Just breaking eye contact, dipping our heads, letting them walk by.
I wouldn't say that this is a threat. I wouldn't say that this is the animal watching us as, you know, we will become a prey. They will see us as something that is not very common, like sort of we are on the same level.
You're having new experiences too.
Well, that was a brilliant day.
Jesus.
I've learned on day one to expect the unexpected. This is nothing like tracking mountain lions in Montana, and I've never felt more alive in my entire life. In the morning, we set out to see if we can find Sister and Casey the mystery male once more. Often, a male and female will stay together for several days while mating. But the male is a visitor. This is Sister's home range, and Rene knows where her favorite hunting grounds are.
Look at this.
I mean, it is like a graveyard.
It's a graveyard. It's full of skulls everywhere. This poor guy here suffered the consequences.
This is all that's left of a guanaco. Only a puma could have done this. But many other animals benefit, especially scavengers. The Andean condor searches for puma kills from the air. Eagles, caracaras, and foxes wait from a safe distance for the cats to leave a carcass unattended. Pumas know that many will try to steal this prize, so the cats hide the carcasses with bushes and grass. But it's difficult to keep secrets from the sharp eyes of the birds and the sensitive nose of the fox. Stealing from a predator is risky business. Pumas hate competition and will kill any animal they can catch. But the risk is worth it. Many species rely on this apex predator for their own survival.
This is like the heart of the puma activity where we are right now.
Looks like a good spot.
The area's home to the largest remaining herds of guanacos. With this abundant food source and no other big predators to compete with, these cats rule the land.
I'm just walking up here and seeing these guanaco here. Seems like they're in a bad spot.
Horrible spot.
Heck, a puma could get right in here so easy.
There must be pumas somewhere around. The guanacos, they don't mind about us, they don't care about us, and that's why when you hear an alarm call, it's like 100% a puma.
Yeah.
It's not afraid.
No, we're definitely not on the danger radar. The pumas don't care at all.
No.
And this is the one place in the world that you could literally be part of the landscape without influencing any of this predator-prey relationship. They tell the radio goes off and just blows the whole thing.
That's pizza, that's hamburger, and if pizza gets nailed, hamburger will learn the lesson. He will see it happening in front of his eyes.
Look out, dude, there's some pumas around here. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Guanacos don't lie. And if they see a cat, they're gonna call them out with this alarm call.
That is what these guanacos do most of the day. They will feed, raise their heads, look around. Guanacos are clever animals.
So what you try to do is you watch where that guanaco's looking, and you watch where the other one's looking, and you try to triangulate and figure out and look in that area and try to find this cat moving across the landscape. It could be 10 meters away or 3 kilometers away. Their eyesight is amazing, and for good reason. They have to watch this landscape because at any second, a puma could be sneaking up on them.
This one and that one, they're looking to the same puma.
Sure enough, with the help of the guanacos, we find Sister patrolling the border of the park. Casey, the mystery male, is nowhere to be seen.
I feel like we're just one of the guanacos right now. Watching a puma stalk towards you.
So this is definitely her territory, and she's the one who's using the fence
to hunt. She's clever. She lives right in the border between the national park and the farmlands. There's a fence in there, and she kind of patrols that fence most of the time.
And she basically just walks back and forth, working, patrolling the fence.
He's the lucky guy today. He's safe now.
I'm going to name that guanaco Rene, in your honor.
You have a puma, and I have a guanaco. Your puma is gonna endure for a couple of years, for sure. But this one might die tonight.
I hope not.
No,
I really hope not.
he's a brave guy. Standing his ground.
He just saved his family. He's a hero. Well, she's still on the move. I think we should follow.
Totally.
Let's go.
We got our puma now. It's still early.
You know where she's at.
Thanks, guanacos.
We've been following this puma for 500 meters. And we saw her stalking on the top of this hill. So we came down, and there's a guanaco in position to be eaten by the puma.
Yeah, this is it's a great situation. Just the way that the hill, the shrubbery there, you know, it's thick as it gets around here. So she's got the cover. The guanaco doesn't seem to notice anything. There's not a lot around that could bust her. So this is a recipe for potentially witnessing a puma making a kill.
Just a few days ago, I thought it was impossible to be this close to a puma on the prowl. And now here we are, watching one of nature's greatest hunters in action.
It's fun to watch because it's like a game of red light, green light. Guanaco head goes down, sister moves in. Guanaco head comes up, freeze.
Patience means waiting when to do your move. And that's a skill.
It is a skill. Wow, the guanaco's head's down, turned away.
Oh, that's perfect.
This guy's not looking. This is working out. I don't know if that guy is looking now.
She's 20 meters away now. She still needs a couple of meters.
She's low enough now that
She's moving. She's getting the right position.
oh, come on. Dang it.
That was close, though.
That was close.
Seeing sister get so close, yet still fail, reminds me that even for a master predator, hunting alone in the wide open is extremely difficult. It could easily take 20 or more attempts just to make a kill.
And she moves on. She's got to do it. She's going to have to do it sometime.
Watching this play out in broad daylight just blows my mind.
You never expected this.
Nah, no,
You didn't believe me then.
no. Sure enough, there's a pot of gold in the rainbow, and it's this big. That's how this feels.
So now we are literally following the puma. It's like following at her back, observing what she's doing.
We're on the hunt. We're like part of the pride.
In my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine the possibility of walking alongside a puma like this.
It's just not affecting her or the guanacos or anything else. We're literally in the moment with this puma, and
it's a very intimate moment. Yeah, having the chance to spend 5 hours with an individual is an awesome reward from nature.
As Sister continues to search for her next meal, she slips out of sight. By the time we find her, she's stalked into another position to strike.
Yeah. I can't keep my binoculars off of it.
It's just one more neck down to eat some grass. And that could be the last grass of this guanaco.
Hunting here is not easy at all. It's an open landscape. You have nothing to hide. So it takes years for you to get these skills and become a good hunter.
Head down, she's making a last
She's making the move.
Gonna move. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. She's getting close, man. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen, isn't it?
Come on.
So this is her style of hunting, is just trying to get as close as possible. She's not a runner.
The cats back home would have ran at these guys a long time ago.
It's gonna happen at any moment.
Here it goes, here it goes. She is in the zone.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I really hope she gets this. Come on.
Look how low she is. She's basically doing a belly crawl. Uh-oh, one up top might have busted her.
Not yet.
Don't see her. Don't see her. Oh, man. This shows how hard this can be. You know? The one closest to her has no idea what's going on.
She's still close.
That close.
Seems like they don't want to waste the energy on something that is not 100% sure.
Yeah.
And it's what we've seen.
But she's right back to it. She's like, okay, failure. Now, no time to sit around and be depressed about it. It's time to go kill something. Move on.
Sister's odds of making a kill dramatically improve at night. her enormous eyes can virtually see in the dark, a difficult weapon for guanacos to defend against. Under the cloak of darkness, pumas have their greatest success. In the morning, we are back out searching for Sister, hoping that she's made a kill.
It's cold today.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, a family of 4 pumas appears on the move.
If we're lucky, they might be moving from the kill or to the kill. We don't know.
Rene recognizes them.
You know these guys since they were born almost. This is Mother. We call her Mother because she's the sister's mother. It's cool to see her again.
That's Sister's mom.
Oh yeah, so you know the family now. So these guys are the next litter after Sister. They're very close to independence now. Yeah, they need to find a place to rest for the rest of the day.
Looks like they're gonna lay down right there. As the family beds down for the day, another puma appears above them.
There's a 5th puma, which we don't know really which puma is yet. We need to have a closer look.
That's definitely a female.
Yeah.
Adult female.
Yeah.
You know what? That's Sister. That's definitely Sister.
So she's watching her mom.
She never left home.
Just telling us something about the social behavior that we don't fully understand. It's rare. It's really rare.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, don't see this back home. Obviously, I've been filming a mother with 3 kittens, about the same age, but never ever saw her with another cat.
These are supposed to be solitary animals. Why is Sister, an adult puma, still hanging around her mother? Does she still depend on her for occasional meals? Or does she just like being close to her family?
Knowing Sister and her mother for years, it's not hard to understand why these bonds remain strong. Sister and these 3 younger cubs are lucky to have one of the best moms I've seen in nature. I first filmed these cubs when they were 3 months old. The kittens have spent every minute of their lives together, safe under the tireless protection of their mother. Day after day, this mother teaches the cubs to stack and pounce. It's how they learn everything they need to one day survive on their own. She brings them to her kills to feast. It's the first step in weaning them off her milk. And patiently nudges them towards more and more independence. Do they just forget these close bonds when they grow up? I don't think so. Perhaps the bonding even continues into adulthood.
As we're watching the family, something interesting happens. All the cubs get up with a clear sense of purpose.
They just start going somewhere, and it's really evident that they're going somewhere.
So we need to follow them. Obviously, something's going on. They're maybe moving to a kill.
They're straight lining to this spot. Mom knows where they're going. She's not too concerned. Let them go. She'll follow up behind.
Sister's coming down. She's following them.
She's totally gonna follow him. This is getting even better. Do you think the mom will let Sister come near the cubs?
I don't know.
Sister's keeping a safe distance, but clearly she wants to stay close to her mother. But why? Does she know where they're going?
Maybe she's gonna try to get food. Maybe she's just gonna try to be around her mom.
What we discover next changes everything we thought we knew about pumas.
Right here. There's 1, 2.
There's literally 8 pumas, all starting to come together. Like, mind-blowing visual that I can't even comprehend.
The mother with those kittens, the kittens left, they were going somewhere. And it's like they were going over to their cousin's house.
We're just trying to understand what's going on here.
Yeah, there's something definitely happening here, and that's, they know each other. There's nothing in the wild world that's cooler than this right now.
4 cats walking out in the wide open, and 3 cats going down and meeting with them right in front of us. And there's another cat on the ridge. What's gonna happen? Is there a fight? Is there a kill there? What's gonna happen?
There's no aggression. There's actually the opposite of that. It's like you're seeing the same greeting that you would see between a mother and its kittens, except for this is 2 mothers and their kittens.
They could be either sisters from different generations or mother and daughter.
Whether it's direct mother, sister, or if it's just like 2 groups that have decided to get along. And what we're seeing here is the ultimate tolerance. We have 7 pumas laying out in the wide open, just like African lions. If someone told me this was happening, I would never believe them.
And then you have this other female, the sister, our sister, and she's waiting for a chance there to go in.
I used to think a cat's a cat's a cat until today. This is not the cat I thought I would come here to see. They're doing things that I would never even imagine. Here's the big question. Is this what pumas have been doing all along? Or is this new behavior, evolution happening right before our eyes?
What if we are able to watch the first time pride like this hunting a guanaco, all together, cooperating and doing a strategy?
If they decided to start to do that, I mean, if that started to evolve, that behavior,
It's a learning process.
definitely.
It's just a matter of one trying to kill a guanaco and the other one's getting close and eventually trying to help.
Yeah, there's no reason why that couldn't happen here. Then this group of pumas together just starts to move as one. Let's look at that, look at that. You should shoot that. It looks like we're in the African savannah watching African lions walk, or we're here in Patagonia watching pumas walk together, and it just takes my breath away. Have you ever read this in a book before?
No, never.
Exactly.
None of us.
So I think the lesson learned here is it's time to rip the books up and start writing them again.
As we were watching those, we just got a puma walking behind us.
Yeah, that's the 8th puma.
That's sister. She's following her mom.
I keep expecting like 5 more to go by. Look how this one's going around. It's almost like it's got like a tactic. If there was a guanaco on the other side, that would be exactly the hunting strategy that an African lion would have. You guys push him around the mountain,
I'll be waiting.
or bam.
There's something going on, dude. We need to follow.
Let's go. We have 8 pumas all heading off together in the same direction. We have to see where they're going. The pride's on the move, and for half an hour, it's all we can do to keep up.
There's definitely communication between them. They're hanging out together. They're walking together. They're following each other. They're vocalizing now.
And then we see what's brought them together.
Look at that.
Rene and I have followed these cats to the ultimate feast.
It took us a while to follow, and they have a kill. So the pumas we saw moving together, interacting, communicating. They are also feeding together. Is your brain exploding now?
Yeah, it's exploding. So they've all come down to share this kill, looks like.
That's why they were all moving together. That's why sister's just following them.
So the question is, who killed that guy?
A little eruption of a fight here and there. Sharing when you're a predator might mean eating off the same carcass, but every once in a while you'll give them one of these.
You've got this intermixed relationship of different pumas that have decided to come together as one.
That's not tolerance anymore. That is sharing. If this is not a pride of Pumas, tell me what this is.
It's the pride of Pumas.
Four pumas down here, 3 pumas that they already ate, and this other cat coming down, which makes 8.
8 pumas. This is crazy.
This is a big barbecue.
This is a barbecue, Puma barbecue.
We have this other cat, sister, just waiting there for her turn to go and eat, like a very well-behaved older sister.
There she goes, there she goes.
She's always pushing these social boundaries, and potentially could be dangerous, and she's on her own. But she's taking that risk. Will the lead sister come in and feed? That's the question.
Looks like everybody's kind of stopped eating, stepped away.
Sister's patience pays off. The other pumas finally allow her to share the kill.
This is probably the most amazing social dynamic that we will ever witness. A group of 2 different families vocalizing between each other. Obviously, they know each other, and they gather together, and they walk to a kill that who knows who killed it. That's the other question. It just gets our brains exploding, like what happened here. And then having this extra puma, which is the sister, and she's being allowed to be around them and going and feeding with their food. This is clearly not a solitary cat, as the book says. It's a social animal that interacts with others, that they know their neighborhood and the cats that live around, and they help each other.
In this vast Patagonia landscape, I see a vision of the wild I thought had long disappeared. Just 5 days ago, I couldn't even imagine what we witnessed here. A place where large predators have the space to roam free, where they're protected and have no fear of humans. And there's enough food that they can cooperate instead of compete. But so many questions still remain. Will the pumas learn to hunt together? Could we step in the evolution of their social behavior? And when can I come back?